Team Cherry. This game saves data automatically at certain points. Please do not turn off the software while this symbol is displayed. Hey there! Ulti Zeta here. Welcome to a new Let's Play of Hollow Knight Silksong, the game that everybody memed would never come out, but yet here it is, in my hands. I'm playing this on launch day. I managed to get through the Steam store being completely broken in order to get through this. But you guys are not seeing this until December, because that's the advantage of recording in advance. It means I never have to rush things, although I am kind of rushing this a little bit. Sort of, I don't know. It's mainly just like, you know, it's a big game, and unlike other games, I do care about spoilers for this game. So my mentality is like, I'm competing against the entire rest of the world. The faster I beat the game, the less likely it is that I'm going to get spoiled on something. However, I'm kind of expecting to get spoiled on something. I'm just hoping it's not a major thing that I get spoiled on, but like I have no expectation that for however long this game takes me to beat, I remain completely spoiler-free. That's just the nature of everything. It could be a YouTube thumbnail. It could be something I randomly scroll across on Blue Sky. It doesn't really matter how I find it. I just know it's going to wind up in my eyes somehow, unwillingly, and without any desire to seek it out. But regardless, that's neither here nor there. Point is, Hollow Knight Silksong. It finally came out. It finally released. I'm excited to play it. And so, I'm going to check the options. Sure. This game got Kickstarter backed? I know the original game did, but I didn't know Silksong counted for that? I don't know, whatever. Anyways, let's just get started. Why not? Nothing really to, like, prevent me from continuing to play her. Just sliders until the frame touches the edge of the screen. Well, according to the capture, that's perfectly fine. So I prefer it getting captured rather than worrying about what my TV actually displays. I will keep this default. So, Hollow Knight, huh? Been a long time. They see your beauty, so frail and fine. They see your peace, woven of faith and toil. They forget your heart, bound in slumber and servitude. When you wake, they shall see your truth. A beast's nature bare to all. From Farloom's Folly by the conductor Romino. I know nothing about this game, more or less, other than that you play as Hornet. I remember watching a thing when the game got announced in 2019. Early, not announced. I think it was known about before then, but like formally announced on like a Nintendo thing. And like my thing is like I don't really remember what I watched there that much. Oh, we're in a jail. Yeah, that does sound familiar. We're in like a thing. I don't know. We're in a different city, and I think it's called Farloom, because they mentioned that in the little poem just now. Yeah, the thing for me is, like, Hollow Knight is very interesting, because you wouldn't think I like the game that much if you just watch my Let's Play of it. It wasn't that I disliked the game, it's just that I don't think I really met the game on its own terms very well. So, Act 1. That's new. Farloom! I don't think I met the game on its own terms very well. I had criticisms that I don't know how strongly I really agree with them anymore. And it took watching the game as well as replaying the game a few times for me to really, like... Bind. I'm playing on a PlayStation controller. I don't know what button this is. That's not B. That's B. Okay. Okay, I got 3 health from that. Alright. I can do wiggles! It's the most important thing. Alright, what else can I do? Triggers do nothing, bumpers do nothing, okay. Can't bind normally. Can swing with that. That's jump. Okay. Seems to be all I can do. Have any fancy attacks? I mean, when I fought Hornet as the knight in the last game, she had all sorts of fancy attacks. I'm gonna turn the game volume a little down. Hornet's hats are very loud for me. Moss Grotto! Whoop, I do have a special attack. Instead of a pogo, I got that. Ow. Shell shards. Okay, I'm building something up underneath my health. Okay, I think that's like the replacement for soul. Because, I mean, it is what healed me just now. Ooh, I have got a ledge grab. Neat. That's new. But it looks like I need a full bar of it in order to do anything. So that's interesting. It's gonna be funny to kind of like... I just don't know. I don't know the game. And that's just funny, because like I have a feeling I'm going to know this game pretty well by the end of it. But when a game starts, you know, it's always like a learning process. And just because I played in the original Hollow Knight quite a lot doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to immediately grasp everything about this game. But my expectations for this game are pretty much just... Because, you know, it was a big meme. Everybody was memeing about this game and, like, its existence. And I personally never really ascribed to that. In the sense of, like... I just figured the game was going to come out eventually, and that was going to be that. And... until it came out, I wasn't really going to be super worried. I had other games to play, and I certainly played plenty of other games. Give me the grapes. Grapes! Mossberry. No, those are grapes. They're a rescue team. You might not have heard of them. Huh? Okay. I thought I was like, oh, I do I have a cooldown for using that move? Or no, it's cutscene is happening. I'm curious about like the Act 1 thing. How does that mean that this game's gonna be more linear than the original Hollow Knight? When the Hyper Light Drifter was that cutscene? Just mysteriously ill for no reason, and then now I'm fine again. Hyper Light Drifter. That's another game. That's a game I need to play at some point. Cake. Frayed Rosary Spring. String, not spring. Oh, okay. Well, fine. So yeah, I'm just wondering, like, how much of this game... Because, like, my expectations for this game are not, like, crazy, ridiculously high, is what I would say. Oh, enemies have already respawned. Interesting, that's different from the original Hollow Knight. The original Hollow Knight, enemies did not respawn until you benched. But now those guys have respawned. Have any of the fly guys respawned? Yes, okay, so... It's not just like a level of enemy difficulty thing, it's... Okay. So enemies respawn faster in this game, because it's not all about benching now. That's interesting. But yeah, like, I didn't really let, like, all the hype build up get to me. I was just like, yeah, the game's gonna come out when the game comes out, and then I will enjoy it, and here I am enjoying it. And that isn't to say I'm not excited. I'm definitely very excited. Well, I made the first jump, but I couldn't make the second. But yeah, ultimately, my expectations for this game are just, what was Hollow Knight like? Base it on that. So, that is my thought about what this game's gonna be, is that it's gonna be like Hollow Knight. But I'm curious what's gonna make it different from Hollow Knight, other than the fact that, you know, we're playing as a different character. It definitely feels very reminiscent of Hollow Knight by now. I mean, I don't think I'm supposed to do, like, a really weird fancy jump to get that, so I'm gonna see if there's, like, a very early game power-up for me to get that. Berries. That grapes. This seems to be the way to go. Oh. Go back this way. Gonna ignore that that cutscene. This does seem to be the way to go, because, like, we're climbing back out of the hole that we fell into while trapped. Okay, well, that's a no-go. There's nothing else over here. But now I'm curious about those berries, because, like, this is an early game area. It would kind of surprise me if they would design a thing, because obviously there's that gate over there that we can't go through. In order to get these, all we need to do is hit it, right? Aha! Got it. Maybe you are intended to come back for that, but I don't care. I'm a gamer. Oh, cutscene's happening again. I don't get to skip it. What is happening? Did I get poisoned or something? What's going on? I'm gonna try and pay very close attention to what's going on in this game. Because I feel like I didn't do that great at doing that in the original Hollow Knight, and it really kind of confused me. That was one of my criticisms with the original Hollow Knight, was, like, just not really understanding the story, not understanding, like, what was being told to me most of the time. And while I do think, to an extent, like, the game is very subtle, and in some ways, annoyingly. Okay, we're getting started on a boss immediately. That's unexpected. That's a lot sooner than the False Knight. The healing process is very interesting. Because, like... you only get the one... the one heal from each thing, but you get multiple, like, bits of healing from it. So that's just an interesting dynamic. I don't know how much I like it or dislike it, but one of the problems with Hollow Knight healing was always that it was way too difficult to do in stressful situations, because you would try and heal one unit, it would take too long, and then bam, you would just lose out on a bunch of health. And it would kind of, like, even out. So healing in Hollow Knight was more of a detriment in most boss battles, but a lot of people used it or tried to do it as a thing in boss battles, and it wouldn't always work, you know? It's just a common thing that would happen in Hollow Knight boss battles. So this feels like it's trying to, like, play off of that by limiting how often you can heal, but making it so that when you do heal, it is a greater heal as a result. That's certainly an interesting way of trying to handle that problem. Because now you can heal in the middle of a boss battle, get 3 health or 4 health or whatever, however much it gives you, and then lose 1 if you get hit immediately. So then it's still a net gain, which is, you know, that's interesting. That's an interesting way to handle that. But yeah, the original Hollow Knight, I think I was just unprepared for the idea that I was going to have to analyze anything going on. Too used to the idea of being told things automatically that it's entirely valid to have a game that's about, like, genuinely, like, you have to do mental analysis, like, story analysis, figure out what's going on, understanding things. Up with you! Up! I won't have you dying on my floor. Awake at last. You should mind your strength, traveler. There's no use wasting energy on an old nobody like me. I see that now, madam. My welcome to your land has not been kind. I had reason to be wary. You're another pilgrim, then, scuttled out of the darkness to climb the great path and bow at its gilded peak? I'm no pilgrim. I am Hornet, and I arrive in your land by no choice of my own. I was brought to your kingdom by force, captured by strange bugs and clad in veils. Oh, how curious, the bugs of the citadel at the summit of our land. They veil themselves in service to their faith, or perhaps as slaves to something greater. And I shall seek their citadel. If these veiled bugs would go to such lengths to bring me here, I intend to find out why. Oh, ferocious, intimidating. Yours is no pilgrim spirit. You're the bearing of the hunter. Welcome then, fierce traveler, to Farloom, our holy yet haunted land. Before you depart, permit an old bug a brief warning. Best keep that weapon drawn. Our kingdom is grippled by a curse. Its paths grow wild and dangerous, and though some still attempt to climb the citadel at its crest, none return to speak of what they see. New objective, the Great Citadel. Ascend through the lands of Farloom to reach the citadel at the kingdom's peak. I wonder if one might consider it a citadel of spiders. Well, if Hornet reaches it, certainly that will be the case. Because she's part spider or something. But yeah. I think, ultimately, when I played Hollow Knight, I was unprepared to meet the game at its level, at what it was doing. And so I criticized it for not trying to be something it wasn't trying to be. And complained that it wasn't clear enough. And I think that was just me being a little unfair to the game. I do think that I still have some criticisms about how it handled the story. But ultimately, I think it was just bone bottom. I think ultimately it was just... I could have handled it better. I could have reacted to it better. And that was more on me. So it was unfair... Oh. Oh. I accidentally found a thing I didn't find before. I found beads. Well, I guess I'll continue to talk while I make my way out of my hubris. So I just think I could have, like, treated it better, is my point. And, like, what I'm going into this game with is the expectation of just pay more attention, pay closer attention to everything I can, and just accept the game as whatever it is, rather than what it isn't. You know? I don't think that a game should be negatively viewed, even by me, just in the sense of, like, oh, I didn't understand what I just played. It's okay to not understand things. It's okay to need to, like, analyze stuff or do a replay to really get what was going on. So yeah. That's what I'm doing here. I'm gonna try my best to care more.
Wow.
Fellow pilgrim.
That's fine.
I'm no pilgrim.
Okay.
Okay. One thing I definitely immediately like, I'm not playing a silent protagonist. Hornet talked in the last game, she talks in this game, and that is a very pleasant thing. I don't know, I've seen games where, like, you have a character who's known to talk, but then you play as them and then they suddenly stop talking. So I'm very happy to see that they let Hornet speak.
Da, fenestra.
Just a station for yeah, like, that was my first thought. This kind of reminded me of a stag station. Bells run through the lands forged by ancient kin. Bugs used to travel through them in gilded carriages. Okay, well, if that is a fast travel thing, we don't have it unlocked yet. I mean, there's, like, speedy arrows here. I imagine that's a thing. Hi. Listen for the Citadel. Before you embark, make a trade.
Catestre.
We deal in the currency of faith. Rosaries. Huh. Okay, so you're probably like a replacement for Pale Ore. Maybe. You, I have no idea. This is a charm and this is a mask shard. Mask shard easy. This is a replacement for a charm. But yeah, I don't have any of these. I don't have money. Alright. What are you doing? What are you up to?
Tamiyan.
A wish wall. Has time. Okay. How many prayers left unanswered? Okay. So, if the red beads are money... Oh. Interesting. So this is like a personal bank system. Huh. Okay. What the hell are these? 'Cause I got 82 of these things that I've been getting from enemies, and I thought this was gonna be the money. But 82 out of 400? What does that mean? I'll find out. Okay, so this is money, and this is like a bank system, so like... Okay, so here's what worries me. One thing that I've wondered about this game the entire time. What is dying gonna be like? Because in the original Hollow Knight, you would die, and then you'd become a shade. And you'd have to go... It would be like the Dark Souls type of, like, thing, where, like, you lose all your gems and your money and whatnot. And you have to go back to where you died to get your stuff back. And, like, that was, like, that was a... Sorry about that, I noticed Elgato was exploding on me. It doesn't like Silksong release, apparently, because that's the second time this happened. When I first opened the game, it immediately started to break. I didn't mention it, because I wasn't even recording yet. Really, I mean, I was recording, but, like... Well, that's the second time it's happened. So, that's annoying. I was, like, 25 minutes into the episode, so I'm gonna have to just keep that in mind and end the episode around 15 minutes. Now, when I keep going, because usually that's about what I do, is, like, 30-40 minute episodes. I imagine this one's gonna be about 40 minutes. What was I talking about? I was talking about Hollow Knight death. So, like, the mechanics of death in Hollow Knight were very specifically tailored to the character of the knight. You know? So, like, the question becomes... How does death work in this game? Because I can't imagine it works the same. On some level, on some fundamental level, it's going to have to be different because Hornet herself is a different character with different functions. And Cherry does not strike me as the type of person... Ow. Ow. We're not finding out right now. King Cherry does not strike me as the kind of people who would, that's why, because I was killing the smaller ones. King Cherry does not strike me as the kind of developers that wouldn't, like, take that into account. Ooh, money. So, like, that's what, like, makes me think that there's going to... Especially now that there's, like, a bank-type system with the rosemary beads. And losing your money was a big part of the original Hollow Knight's death system. That does make me immediately think that there's going to be some sort of difference in how that all works. Oh, I found a combat arena. Excuse me, I was getting distracted trying to make sure that nothing was going wrong with the capture. So I need to keep glancing over at it. Somebody's playing a game. I'm hearing... I think I just did a loop around. But I'm hearing somebody nearby. I didn't go everywhere, right? This is where the first big guy was. Oh, you're who I'm hearing. Okay. Ding dong. Did you see it, Red Maiden? The gate heard my song, and in its infinite and ancient kindness opened the way forward for us. What luck for us to meet at this moment. We can set off on the great road together.
Yeah.
Or perhaps I'll tarry here just a little longer. I want to sing a song of gratitude into this noble gate. I'm Sherma, by the way. Just another humble pilgrim like yourself. If you ever need assistance on the road ahead, sing out my name and I'll be sure to find you. Me and my lucky chime are at your service. Hornet has nothing to say to you. She is unimpressed. Okay. Well, that explains that at least. Oh, she was just there the entire time. I just immediately started jumping up. I see. So I could have... Alright. You know what I want? I want to dash. I want to be able to move faster. I'm already missing it. I crave speed. Gimme. There's a bench this way. Inspect. Insert rosaries for 30. Okay. What did I just do? Oh, made a bench. Okay. Inspect. You're blessed to walk the foundations of Farloom. Humble yourself before the shells of those who gave their lives to hold our kingdom's weight. You know what I find very interesting so far? Everything about this is extremely linear. There's not really much... It's very tutorialized, sure, but Hollow Knight the original was very, like, open-ended immediately. Of just giving you a place to explore. This, not so much. But maybe I just found the place? I don't know. Wasn't there, like, a lava place, like, thought to be in, like, originally going to be in Hollow Knight, but then, like, they, like, ran out of room in the map? I think that's what this kind of comes from, would be my guess. New Pogo is gonna take a while to get used to. Because you can't go straight down, so it's like, I don't know the angle intimately yet. I'm good with angles and stuff like that, but like, I do think it's gonna take some time for me to get used to how that functions. But I mean, again, I've only been playing the game for... What did this platform just do? Let's see. I think when it comes to the big guys, it's just good to, like, try and aim for a little bit behind them. That way, if I hit them, it's good, and if I miss them, then I'm not in front of them. Shard Pendant. Tool acquired. Equip tools in the crest menu while resting at a bench. Okay, so now we have things like that. So, that's useful. We'll just need to find a bench now. We've got the charm system unlocked. Oh, hi. You're like a pork bang. See, the problem here for me is, like, I'm just, like, I don't have a map at all yet, so I don't know if I'm, like, going a dead end or not. So it just makes me think, like, do I want to keep going this way, or do I want to go the other way? Well, I can't keep going that way. Well, it's a sign for something. It's a sign for you, probably. A native of these fiery lowlands approaches. Have no fear, my friend. We fleas are but humble travelers. Well met, sir. Though, like you, I am not of these lands. I am merely journeying through. A kindred spirit. It's good luck for wanderers to meet on an unfamiliar path. I am Flea Master Mushka, leader of this caravan. Our own journey has barely begun, but you are most welcome to tarry here a while, stranger. Where ways are dark and winding, good bugs may stay close together. Okay. Dodeshna, stranger. I am not a flea. Dodeshna, Dodeshna! Okay. Huh? It said... Okay, that was the select button, I guess. It looked like a D-pad. Okay. So I can equip this. And that just goes there, I guess? I don't really understand this, but I don't have things to need to understand this. So I get more shell shards for this. Sure. I don't really know what those are for yet, but... I won't say no to getting more of them. I need to get 400 of them, apparently, so, you know. I think I've just made my way back to the main room. I think that upper area is just a big circle. So... good to know, I suppose. Let's go do what I was doing. Coming up on about the 15 minutes that I wanted to, since I had to restart the recording. So... I'll probably end the episode once I reach... the top here. Because, like, I went to the right here. I didn't keep going this way. Okay, can't go to the top of there. Not all the way. What's over this way? Oh, okay. Anything else like that for me to hit? What's with all the singers? Pashanka! Yes, indeed. Edges sharp and senses keen. In my land, that is the way warriors greet each other. For though you are a child barely hatched, you are also a warrior. Your stance, your weapon, your movements all proclaim itself. You have a keen sight for skill, Bug, but my childhood has long since passed. What has happened here? I see signs of battle all around. these strange shuffling pilgrims. In the camp below, they were docile enough, but up here they seem to have lost their senses. They cry out to the darkness and attack their fellow travelers. Yakanesh! Keep your weapon drawn and your bearings true. The way ahead is winding, and to lose one's way invites only death. I am a navigator amongst my tribe and have been making maps of these lands. I can trade them with you and supplies if you wish. It's the compass. I gotta get the compass. I need to know where I'm going. These lands names are given freely, are they not? I am Chakra, wielding rings. If our hunts intertwine again, I will have new maps to trade. Until then, farewell, child wielding needle.
Nesvir?
Who are you calling for, Chakra? Your voice echoes through the caverns. I came deeper into Farloom in search of my mentor, the greatest of my tribe. I could not keep pace, though, and her trail grew cold. She will have traveled much farther by now, but if I keep moving and stay vigilant, I will reunite with her. Okay. I'm gonna get the quill as well. So now I think it's just a question of which of these maps I immediately get. I think the marrow is probably... Fuck. Well... See ya. So she's the new Cornifer. Hell yeah, that's what I was hoping for. I was like, maybe I can find 5 more beads in this room. To get this map. Obtain the map! Hold left bumper. Thank you for your service. You have a lovely singing voice. Okay, I have a map, and I'll be able to put a compass on. But I can kind of track where I have already been thus far. Wasn't really intending to fall down. I think I recognize that room, though. Because I think that's by the first of those really big guys. Because I remember seeing an area to, like, I was like, ooh, I wonder how easily I can jump to this. Alright, so I got more money. So those are the new money mounds! Haha! It feels weird to kind of go back to what I used to call them, because I'm so used to watching other Hollow Knight streamers that call them by their actual names, which are just Geo-Rocks. And things like that. But I always called them the Money Mounds, and so that's my thing. Ah! So that's a shortcut. Neato, mosquito. So that seems to be all that's over here. I'm gonna keep going until I find a bench. Which I feel like could be soon. Especially if this works similarly to I'm sorry, I don't seem to be able to free you, friend. Okay, well, that's for later, I guess. They all make weird noises. Ooh, these guys drop actual money. Can I, like, swing this back to you or something? I want to end the episode. So, Bug you. Bug you! Jesus Christ. No, this isn't a bench area. Nope, this is not a bench area. I'm gonna just play extra cautiously. Oh, okay, perfect. Alright, awesome. Okay, so, next time on Let's Play Hollow Knight Silksong. More game. Yay! I'm looking forward to this.